Huge thanks to all my Computex 2018 sponsors. MSI, the powerful GE63 Raider was my laptop of choice for Taipei. Fractal Design, I use the fantastic Define R6 as my personal case, and Roccat. I brought the Cone IMO to help with editing and gaming. Check the description down below for more details. Hey guys, so today we're having a look at a bunch of MSI laptops, so let's jump right into it because there's quite a few to get through. So first up is the GF62, which is a mid-level gaming laptop which is aimed at being good value for money. It has good mid-level specs and is an average size gaming laptop which is popular with students. A GTX 1060 on a 1080p display is a good combination and it still has plenty of features on it. The GV62 is similar in many ways to the GF62, but it's just a bit more cut down and thus a bit cheaper. Has the same screen size and the same screen types are available, but only with the GTX 1060 3GB in the top configuration. It also doesn't have some of the other features like an RGB keyboard, so they've just trimmed it back a bit. Next is the GL63, which is also like the previous two, again just with a few minor changes. The main difference between the GL63 and the GV62 is mainly in the looks department, to me anyway. Also, the GV62 seems to have more options available, but the GL63 has higher end specs. Now onto the GT series for the high-end users out there, and we'll start with the GT63 Titan, which can come with a GTX 1080 in it. So this has a 15.6 inch 1080p 120Hz display, or you can get it with a 4K 60Hz display. I would personally probably go with the 1080p one if it was me. It's an awesome looking laptop. This is the entry level GT laptop, but it's still very expensive, that is for sure. Then we have the GT75 Titan, which is larger than the GT63 and can come with an i9 CPU. Once again, you can have it with a high refresh rate 1080p panel or a 4K panel, depending on, I guess, what you want to do with it. This one would be for those looking for something a bit larger and a bit more powerful over the GT63, and once again, it'll be expensive. The big boy of the lineup though is the GT83 Titan, which is absolutely insane. I tested the GT80 years ago and that was a very crazy laptop. This comes with the GTX 1080 SLI, so two 1080s, an 18.4 inch 1080p IPS panel, which to me actually seems a bit underkill really. It should probably have like a 1440p display, and a full mechanical keyboard, which is huge and it's actually quite nice to use. This thing is for the people who just want the ultimate laptop, like it's just a super powerful gaming laptop, but it's going to cost you quite a bit of money. I spoke to Eula at MSI Notebooks and asked if many people actually buy them, and she said sales were good, so there definitely are people out there that are buying laptops like this. Next is a laptop that I personally brought to Taiwan and what I'm editing this video on, the GE63 Raider. This is the perfect balance between size, specs, and price, and I've been loving it so far. I got it with a 1080p 120Hz display and the i7 8750H 6-core CPU, which has been absolutely great for editing and for doing all my rendering. Now, the GP63 Leopard is a bit more cut down than the GE63 Raider, but still has solid specs. It's similar looking and still slim, but you can only get it with a GTX 1060 in the top configuration rather than a 1070. Still a good option though, especially for those who aren't as thrilled about RGB. The GF63 is a thin gaming laptop for those who are on a bit of a tighter budget. It can come with a GTX 1050 Ti, which is still a solid GPU, and paired with its 1080p 60Hz display, that'll be just fine for over 60 FPS gaming. There's no RGB on this guy, and it's coming in at a lower price point, so it's going to be the one to pick up if you're a bit tighter on money. Then we have the GS65 Stealth Thin, with its 144Hz 1080p thin bezel display and low weight. This laptop is thin and very good looking, and it definitely packs a punch in terms of the specs. It won't be cheap though, but it's certainly an impressive laptop, and I look forward to reviewing it. Now to finish off, we just have two non-gaming laptops, which also caught my eye. The first is the PS42, which is an ultra-thin, ultra-light premium laptop for those who are wanting a high-end non-gaming laptop. It looks absolutely gorgeous and feels extremely well built. This would be perfect for a businessman. It has a long battery life and a 14-inch 1080p display, which is good to see, but I also imagine that the price will definitely be up there. And then lastly, we have a workstation laptop, the WT75, with a Xeon CPU and a Quadro GPU. 17.3-inch IPS display, so that the color will be correct, and you can have it with up to 128 gigabytes of memory, which you're going to need if you're doing some hardcore editing on it. This is a big laptop though. It tips the scales at over 4 kg, so you got to keep that in mind. It's definitely going to be for just business use or productivity use only. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below which one of the laptops you liked the most, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.